In our podcast series, You Can Be the Change, and in that series, family and we're talking about work-life balance. And we have today with us Kanika Gupta, who is who's into in UK for some time, and she, of course, she started her her work journey from India, and then she moved to UK. So we'll be talking more and understanding how she's maintaining the work and the life balance, and also how is she maintaining that India versus UK now with the kid, also and the family as well. So welcome Kanika, welcome to our podcast. So excited to talk to you. And before we start diving in the details, all the good stuff, why don't you tell us more about yourself?
So, first of all, thank you for giving me opportunity to talk in your podcast series. So, I've been following your podcast throughout, and I must say, each and every episode is full of inspiration and motivation for all the ladies around here. And we have so much to talk about and speak about and give benefit to everyone. So, I'm really proud of you that you have started this initiative. Yeah, and talking about me, so yeah, I'm a working mom of 10 years old boy, and I have been working in software profession since 16 years now, and since 14 years. I am living in UK currently from last 6 years with my husband and my son. And before moving to UK, yeah, I was living in India with working there and was living there with joint family. Yeah. So happily married and happily living there and now happily living here. So yeah, career-wise, so growing up in a family where you have so much inspiration around. First of all, you are part of the family, and my elder sister, where I've seen her such a successful building up a successful career, and everybody is independent from childhood. Right from the childhood, I wanted to become like them, independent, to think for myself. And this my mother who was always there to motivate me, keep it independent, and she was there. And when I used to see her, she's also taking care of family, your family, doing everything by herself, cooking delicious food. That thing was also in mind that I have to be build my career, but I have to be same time like her. I have to take care of family. So, that kind of both mindset, with that mindset, I have grown up. But you are also in a society where you always told, beta, whatever you do in your life or whatever career you choose, the key major responsibility, तुम्हारी like that.
Right?
You
Yeah.
so with that, state of mind, you always I grew up. So it's okay. After being married in a joint family, I always had I have to make everyone happy. I have
Uh-huh.
to be perfect at my work and perfect at my home as well. Everybody have be making happy my family, my husband, and everyone. And there was kind of unsaid expectation as well from everyone. Although they were quite supportive, uh, but since even I was thinking, state of mind was that like no, मुझे सबको खुश रखना है वाला. So I was stressing myself कि
Uh-huh.
I'll do myself everything. I'll take care of cooking. I'll go to work also. I'll be perfect there as well. So that was actually a stressful part, and I was giving stress to myself,
Uh-huh.
not anyone else. It was that, yeah, expectation was there, but still I was expecting myself to.
So, well, you rightly said, right? I mean, of course, and we are born and brought up, I would say, in a society where family is given equal as compared to your professional life, right? It's not like, and with today's age, you want to not just want to be independent, but there's a demand in the society as well, with all the challenges, with the competitiveness, and how things are growing, that it needs two working parents or two earning parents to kind of grow up a child, or for the needs and everything. Plus you moved to United Kingdom, right, from India, right? So also not just for the financial, probably it's more also you have time in hand, and you don't have too much of company around, and you would want to go out for work. So now, knowing 16 plus years that you are into industry, so that means your work is growing, right? And with a 10-year-old at a home, his demands are growing, right? I mean, he needs more time, he needs more, I would say, attention of yours, right? So how do you try to manage both the things? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it was like 6 years back nearly. I, with my family, moved there. So my husband moved before me, and
Mhm.
then because of our role, I moved here. My son was around 4 years that time. He was quite small, and I remember when I joined very next day, I have to join my office, which is like of
Uh-huh.
my new office, everything, and I have to arrange for my childcare as well because he has to start going to school. But
Right.
after school in India, there was my family who was used to take care of it. So I never
Right.
thought about that. Now everything we have to do by ourselves. We have to arrange his childcare and also take, I'm in my role where I was so busy that I was growing there because I got a new role and everything. So I have to excel there as well. So there were challenges, and that was a real challenge actually, managing everything. And living in abroad, it's not
Yeah.
very easy because here in India you can get help for everything. Here you have to manage everything by yourself, be it house chores or be out of works or taking care of a kid. So I was like going to office, and my husband, he was traveling to different city
Hmm.
for work. So he didn't have time. It was not that he was not like he was not supporting me, but he didn't have time.
Right.
So it was me who was taking care of everything, going to office, or, coming back, and then going to daycare, pick my son, and going for school runs, and then you have to take him for different activities because you have to keep children engaged. So doing that, then cooking food 3 times. I mean, preparing for next day as well, and it was too much to take on. So like I was like, and your role is growing up, so you have to give
Hmm.
time to your workplace as well. So
Right.
it was getting very difficult, frankly, that time. I Sometime I had to like take help from my friends that we was many times it's a school holiday, can you take care of my son, like that. But then that time, I think it was first time I thought, no, I need to take a break. Maybe
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
can't like work like that because I am exhausting. It's too taxing for me. I can't do that. So I think it was after 2 years I thought about that. Like need to think what I'm doing in my life. Can't go like that. So then that was the time when I took a short break. 6 months, I quit my job that time, and that time actually I felt that I have in I think so many years I've got first time for myself, think about
Hmm.
myself,
Hmm.
pursue some of my hobbies, meet my friends. I think I try to do everything that time. That I also brush up my skills for my career because I don't want to leave my job for I want to
Hmm.
keep working. It was just a break to rejuvenate me, give that energize me. So it was much needed break which I
Hmm.
took. That time gave time to my family as well, and that time I think COVID time also started, so we all were at home, everything was going well. And then I joined a new job which had some flexibility,
Uh-huh.
new flexibility, some flexi hours, which really helped me because I have option to balance things. It's when it comes from balancing, it doesn't mean that you have to equally give time to both things. It means that
Right.
you can prioritize things
Right.
because
Right.
I feel there's no different priority list for your personal or your career or work. It is one priority list. It's a one list. You have to prioritize things there. I can see if I am a meeting, if an important client meeting, and at the same time I have to attend my son's school function where he's performing. I need to sort that out. That okay, which is more important for me? Do I need to
Hmm.
attend this meeting, or do I need to attend my school function for my son? What is more important at that time? So
Hmm.
that way you have that flexibility and you know how to prioritize things. I think things become easy
Hmm.
to make that decision, and it's really helps keep the balance of your life. So that way, I think I was able to manage both things, personal and really my career and my work and personal things. And also working from home really helped that I got support from my husband.
Mhm.
because initially he was not getting it, but whenever, as and when he gets time, he's really supportive. Not only supporting means he's supporting me, okay, do this or that, I'll write that, but he is actually contributing in my house, in house chores, cooking, majorly cooking. I do that. Otherwise, other part he take care of it, and
Mhm.
sometimes I home से ज़्यादा that way, it really helped me. A job which has some flexibility, of course, what I love to work, so role of my choice, but
Mhm.
working also and giving time 100% to my work, 100%
Mhm.
to my.
Yeah. So, well, you brought up a very good point, and I think that's something to take back is that priority is not different. Like, you don't have different priorities for professional versus personal. Like the list is not different. It is about what is more of a weightage from a priority, right? I mean, when is what more important? That is what we need to keep in mind, which is really a good point because I think today most of the girls or most of the people struggle is that how do we prioritize things, right? So if we
Mm,
keep that in mind and say, okay, this is something important for today, right? I mean, like the example, right? Like where if your kid is performing, so then maybe, and it's his first performance, maybe that's an important function that you would want to attend, and you can always have someone else attend the meeting or record that meeting, and then you can just kind of listen into that meeting, versus if it is your kid is not even attend, kind of part, and it's the school function, probably one reason, one time you might want to can just kind of swap it with your meeting. So great point, actually. This is something I would say a lot of people who are struggling with maintaining that work life balance can take it from this session. Talking about, you were in joint family there, right? And that was after your marriage as well, right? So initially you were getting support from your in-laws, or the extended family, from a work, from a home, per se, right? And that I mean, probably that could help you to concentrate more on your work, or it was because there are more people, so there's more responsibility at home, plus you being the first daughter-in-law in the family, right? I mean, if I'm right about it. So did you feel that, well, I am more obligated to work, give more time to the family right now because there are a lot of expectations there? So was it, how did you manage that at that time?
Yeah, it was actually both. It was more responsibility because I'm in a joint family, because it's just when you are living with your husband or a kid or in your nuclear family, you have less things to think or handle. When you are living with more people, and you have to think about, okay, we can be flexible with our food or sometimes, but you can't be. Initially, we didn't have any help, like cooking
Mm-hmm.
help. So I used to manage everything together, myself
Mm-hmm.
by myself, like working and then coming back, cooking food for everything. I can recall when I used to be in office. Sometime I'm working late. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it happens
Mm-hmm.
now. You
Right.
are working late till 7, 8. So I'm thinking I can't get back home, and having that guilt feeling. I can't make
Mm-hmm.
hot breakfast for my family today, and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of feeling I used to have it. But it was, but it's not like that, because there was a time when I'm working after work, or weekends. That time there was somebody, I don't have to, like, my mother-in-law or my family used to say, okay, beta, you have worked, you take care of that. We'll do that. So she used to take care of that. So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of support and her back was there. So that is enough when people appreciate, or at least they know you're working there, and you can't give your time there. So at least they are there to help and do everything. I mean, manage everything. But when my child was born, that time it was more, I mean, difficult, and my life actually became more rigorous, because
Yeah.
it's not your work or your family, it's my child also who needs my time and who needs a mother. So I remember when he's sometimes sick, I have to take off work,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I have to be there for him.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm working sometime, working from home or after work, and he's on my lap. So I'm working also, and I'm making him sleep in my lap. So that kind of, because it's not that, oh, somebody cannot take care of him that time, because he needs me. So
Right.
that a kind of phase, or that kind of management, I think every mother goes through that, because I think whosoever is not even working, they I've seen I mean a child in the lab and cooking food and doing everything. So I think that's a part of every mother, so which is fine. So that was a thing which was little stressful, but then yes, I said, like, I can't, I think it's very difficult now, because I can't take care of multiple things, because I have to give my time to. Then that time we had some help, like we need some help for cooking, please,
Mm-hmm.
some support. I don't have to worry about food and everything. And even I can't, after office, I can't just come and cook. So that was like my family only started, said, okay, yeah, of course, now it's time. We should have, because even everybody wants, even I wanted, like, I'll cook food and make, because cooking, I used to like
Yeah,
cooking. So I
yeah,
used to
yeah.
a family that, oh, I'll cook for you, everyone. But no, when you can't handle, then you need help. And I think it's not a problem having a help for anything which you need. It's like we should talk about that, and if needed, talk to your partner and your family, and we should say that, yeah, we need help for any kind of help.
That's a valid point again, right? I mean, if there is help and you can afford that help, right? I mean, we live in countries like United States or UK, where of course help is not easily available, or if it is available, probably it's not affordable all the time. So that's where the challenge is. But in countries like India and everywhere, right? I mean, you can get that kind of a help, so why not, right? I mean, it's no harm, and of course you get that support, that extra hand support that you need to keep going, which is of course something again to think about, and very validly put across here, that it's not just the family's help, but think about other piece part of it as well. So tell me, Kanika, with a growing kid, with a husband who is equally demanding, or you feel your kind of your duty towards your family, right? And then with an equally demanding job, right? How do you keep your sanity in check?
That's a good question. Yeah, for that, I think it's very important to have some hobby or any stress buster for yourself.
Hmm. Hmm.
When I am like stressed, completely stressed out, don't talk to me. I'll just need my me time. So yes, so I usually paint and draw.
Nice. Okay.
I do that. I think that's my stress buster. But friends, go out. Go out with my friend, just talk to them. So I used to have those things, but now I think my husband understand that he also needs his time, when he and I also need. Generally, we are at home and we are, and everything, start matching up when you
Hmm.
grow it,
Right.
married. So, and of course, we both are very a foodie person. We both love even eating and even cooking. He wants to sometime, I want to try new thing. Okay, fine, go ahead and make good meal. So that kind of thing, eating good food, getting a good breakfast on weekends, it's obviously a stress buster itself. So food, doing whatever I like. Sometimes it's painting or drawing, sometimes doing gardening, or going out with your and talking to a friend, or even sometimes going for a shopping.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kind of thing, whatever you like. I think it's depend on the person, whatever you like. Listening to music, anything can be a stress buster. Keeping calm, because there would be days when you are stressed about your work.
Hmm.
And I think working from home, when we were really working from 5 days, after that, when we started going for even one day going in a month, was a really, getting ready or going out and meeting
Uh-huh.
new people, or meeting your old colleagues which you always see on teams meeting. That kind of, it's a motivation, was a motivation for going to work.
Hmm.
I think that was really helped, because when you're going 5 days, it doesn't make a difference, you're meeting same
Yeah.
people. So, but now going occasionally, if twice in a week, or whatever, so that is another stress buster for, workplace.
Hmm.
So that thing I like about it, and hybrid working.
Hmm.
I think it's just about finding your ways of keeping you happy.
Fine. So, so tell me one thing lastly, is that you have a growing kid now, right? I mean, and he's into an age where he's now probably understanding things, and he's trying to understand and have an appreciation for your job, and you keeping busy. So how does he look at you? Does it like, or now, like, Does he complain more, or he's happy more that you have a mom who takes care of me equally as good as she is in her job? What are his thoughts? Like, how do you see yourself from his eyes, if I may ask that?
I think he is very proud. He always, I think he thinks I can do anything. For I think a kid, parents are superstars, and they're their role models, and I think it should be like that. Because,
Mm.
but he's very proud that I'm working, and he tells in school, oh, my mother works in that company, and she does this. And sometimes they just call, okay, can you come to our school and speak about this? What have he is it also? He's very proud. What I can say, he used to complain when he was young, when I was not able to give my time to him. At that time, when I used to feel, oh, what's my point of being independent when I
Mm.
can't give time to my son, or can't take him, or can't when he wants me to attend his school function or do something with him or play with him, I can't do that. So now, with flexible working and more, working from home option and being more flexible, I'm able to give more time to him. So now, no, there's no complaining. Even in fact, he's very happy when I'm working from home, because when he wants something, he will just come, and I'm meeting, he'll just ask, because he knows that I'll say yes, that I'll say no.
Yeah, right?
He'll find out that time when I'm in meeting. So he's very happy about that. There's no problem. But yeah, uh, he's proud, and I might say he's very supportive as well. It's not, I've never heard like when he used to go to daycare, in fact, he never used to, oh, why are you leaving me daycare? He was saying, okay, when parents work, it has to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
He never complained about that. He happily used, I mean, he not, I'll say happily, he was not very happy going there and staying there till 6 p.m. But he never complained about that. He said, okay, fine, you have to do, you have to do. Now also, he knows, okay, mama is busy, she can't give time. But I make sure, like, or we make sure that if I'm not there, at least Prabhat, my husband, he is able to give his time if
Yeah.
he's happy, or if he's not there, I'm there when he's needed. It's not that when I'm working, I'm working. He's engaged in something, because he's growing up. He knows how to engage himself. If I with his like growing age or classes, his studies are going as well. So he can be. I don't have to look after like every time, but when he's needed, when I have to give him some husband, or I have to take him for some activity, I'm there. Because of me, it should not be missed. So complaining wise, there's no complaint. I have his support. In fact, he's motivating me. Sometimes I'm saying, oh, what, I have a like important presentation tomorrow. So, mama, you'll be fine. That's fine. You
Oh,
do it. I know. So
sweet.
you feel good when you get those words from your 10 years old son, because it's the same thing when we say to him that, oh, don't worry, you will be able to do. That is saying same thing, because for him, we are our role models, and he knows our parents he can do. So he just motivates us, and he said, oh, mama, you'll be fine. Don't worry.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. So lastly, I mean, you inspire to a lot of ladies out there, Kanika, but what is your mantra, or what you would want to let the girls, or in general, people who are kind of finding a struggle between work-life balance, what would be an advice you would want to give to those people?
I would say number one, don't try to be a perfectionist. Nobody can be perfect. Don't try to like make everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy at the same time. Sometimes you have to sacrifice something. You have to give more time than your family might not be happy. So don't try to be perfect. Try what you can do with your best efforts, but because that will only give a stress and anxiety to you. And number two, I'll say, yeah, as I talked about priorities, try to make a list and understand your priorities. Priorities can differ with different, it can be, as you gave example, sometimes you should see that what can be more impactful. If my
Mhm.
leaving me can be more impactful, but if it's my first meeting, or it's my very important client meeting, or it's my family school function, or family function I need to attend. So prioritization is very important. Then I would say, I think everyone should have some stress, but to take out time for yourself, for your health. Take care of your health. Take care of what you like your pursue your hobbies. Spend time with your family, with your friends. Talk to them, and also I would say talk to your family about if you need help. Hire
Mhm.
some help. if or ask for help with, there's no shame asking help from your friends, family when you needed it. And if possible, get some help, because everything you can't do yourself by yourself. You need to, if you need to manage nicely, so then you have to have some help.
Yeah.
So, and most importantly, keep yourself healthy and healthy. If you're happy, you can make everyone happy.
Awesome. Oh no, that's some good advice out there. So I had fun chatting with you, Kanika. I really enjoyed this conversation, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Thank you so much for I think there would be many ladies who can hear this podcast and get inspired and kind of get on to that journey that yes, if Kanika can do it, then we can also manage kind of that work-life balance, and we don't have to kind of leave work or leave family for work, so same, both the things can run in parallel. So thank you so much for your time, really appreciate it, and wishing you all the very best for your career, as well as would want to see your son growing and becoming such a young lad, of course, with a doting mother like you. He will be. So thank you so much for your time and appreciate it.
Thank you so much for calling me here. And
Yeah,
it was great talking here.
yeah, same here. Bye.
Bye.